Hello and welcome back to Little More Learning. Today we are going to start with Introduction to Welding Shop. The welding shop is an essential part of manufacturing workshops where metal components are joined using heat or pressure. Welding plays a crucial role in industries like construction, automotive, aerospace, shipbuilding, as it ensures strong and durable material structures. So, firstly, what is welding? So, welding is a fabrication process in which two or more materials, usually metals or thermoplastics, are joined together by applying heat, pressure, or both. Often, a filler material is used to enhance the strength and durability of the joint. The welding process works on the following principles. Firstly, the materials are heated to the melting point using a heat source, such as an electric arc or a gas flame. Secondly, the molten materials are allowed to cool and solidify, which results in a permanent bond between them. Then, sometimes pressure is applied to assist in bonding, especially in resistance welding and friction welding. A shielding gas or flux may be used to protect the molten metal from atmospheric contamination, ensuring a clean and strong weld. Then we need to look at types of welding. Welding processes can be classified into two major categories based on the heat source and method of material joining. Firstly, based on the heat source, there are 5 types of welding: gas welding, arc welding, resistance welding, friction welding, and laser beam welding. So in gas welding, it uses a gas flame such as an oxygen acetylene to melt the base material and filter rod. In arc welding, it uses an electric arc to generate intense heat for welding the materials. Whereas in resistance welding, it uses electrical resistance and pressure to create heat and join materials. Mechanical friction is used in friction welding between two surfaces to generate heat and weld the materials. Lastly, concentrated laser beams for precise and high strength welding are used in laser beam welding. Whereas, based on material joining, we have fusion and solid state welding. In fusion welding, it melts the base material to create a joint, for example, gas welding or arc welding. In solid state welding, it joins the material without melting them. For example, as it is done in friction welding. So when we know what is welding and what are its type, we should also know what tools we used in welding. Firstly, there are hand tools that involve welding torch, electrode holder, chipping hammer, and a wire brush. For protective gear, we have welding helmet, gloves, and apron. Lastly, for the measuring tools, we have angle gauge and calipers. Moving on to applications of welding, welding is widely used in various industries. As in automotive industry, it is used in manufacturing vehicle frames, exhaust systems, and body panels. In construction, it is essential for bridges, pipelines, and structural frameworks. Whereas when it comes to aerospace, it joins lightweight alloys used in the aircraft and spacecraft. In shipbuilding, it is used in assembling ship hulls and internal structures. When it comes to the electronic industry, it helps in joining small metal components in circuits and microchips. Now let's have a deep understanding of gas welding. So gas welding uses a flame generated by burning a mixture of oxygen and fuel gas, commonly acetylene. The heat from the flame melts the base metal and filler rod to form the joint. The process of gas welding involves etch preparation, ignition, heating of the joint, and lastly, adding the filler material. We require tools like welding torch, gas cylinders, pressure regulators, and hoses for completing the task of gas welding. Applications are found in repairing cast iron components, joining thin metal sheets, and manufacturing jewelry and sculptures. The next is arc welding. Arc welding uses an electric arc to generate heat up to 6,000 degrees Celsius, melting the base and filler metals to create a strong joint. The process involves connecting the power source, striking an arc, melting the metal, and cooling and solidification. Types of arc welding involves shielded metal arc welding. It uses a consumable electrode coated in flux. Next is gas metal arc welding. It uses a continuous wire, electrode, and shielding gas. Lastly, tungsten inert gas welding. It uses a non-consumable tungsten electrode. Applications are found in fabricating heavy structural components, in joining thick metal plates, and repairing pipelines and pressure vessels. So, what is edge preparation? Edge preparation is essential for creating strong welds. The common edge preparations are square edge, that is used for thin sheets. Beveled edge allows deeper weld penetration. V groove, ideal for thicker workpieces. Lastly is double V groove that ensures even welding on both sides. Now let's understand some common types of welding joints. First is butt joint, when two plates are placed edge to edge and welded. Then lap joint, one plate overlaps the other and welding is done along the edge. T joint, two plates meet at the right angle forming a T. Corner joint has the edges of two plates meet to form a corner. Lastly, the edge joint, the edges of two plates are welded without overlapping them. Advantages and disadvantages of gas and arc welding. Advantages of gas welding involve low cost, portable, good for thin material, whereas the disadvantages are slower process and limited strength. For arc welding, it is very fast, there are strong welds suitable for thick materials. Disadvantages involve require skilled operators and it is less portable. So that's all about introduction to the welding shop in the subject workshop technology. And if you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section and see you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.